What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a couple of interesting duels for you guys to check out. In our first duel, we have the Weather Painters facing off what I traditionally call Shitty Cyberse Extra Link. You guys know the build I'm talking about. It's basically Cyberse cards or Cyberse monsters all thrown together, and everything kind of is reliant on Cynet Kodak. This card makes it very easy for these Cyberse decks to Extra Link, and I call it Shitty Cyberse Extra Link because they're nowhere near as good as like the Goki or the Spiral Extra Links that we used to see in the past. They're actually pretty scuffed, but with some new cards from Eternity Code, they're actually kind of legitimate. That Access Code Talker, that card is a problem if you can summon it under the right conditions. Also, you can summon the Cyberse or the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister, which, you know, is unaffected by everything. So you guys will see what I'm talking about. His opponent does have a Gamecill, so if he does summon the Arrival Cyberse, at least he can Gamecill that. Balancer Lord gives you an additional summon, and then he can just start searching with some of his Ad Ignister monsters. Once you start link summoning Cyberse link monsters, usually your Cynet Kodak will keep you searching more monsters of different attributes, and it just basically kind of gives you more and more fodder. Now again, the Extra Link generally is not all that impressive, but your follow-up turn is like actually like you can do something now. It felt like before, if your Extra Link got broken, you didn't really have any follow-up plays. And I mean, he has Gamma, so he can break an Extra Link fairly easily. So we'll see if his opponent is able to break that. He does summon the Mekk Knight Crusadia Astrum. At least that's legitimate. He's continuing to build the Extra Link. He's going for Transcode Talker, giving his monsters a little more attack and a little more stats. He does end with the Ling and Link Kuriboh as well, so he can negate a trap card. Also can stop an attack potentially. Yes, this is a full-on Extra Link. His opponent cannot summon from the extra deck, but not only does he have Gamecill, he's playing Weather Painters. They don't really care about the extra deck anyways, and he's going to open pretty well, I would say, mainly because he's able to get to, let's see, I think it's going to come. If he gets to the Thunder Canvas, I think he's actually in pretty good shape. Yep, there's Thunder Canvas. That means he can attack into the Kaiju. Then he can simply bounce the Kaiju back to his hand. It's like one of the ways that Weather Painters can clear big boards or at least get rid of monsters that are difficult to kill. You Kaiju your opponent, then you attack using Thunder Canvas. You bounce your opponent's Kaiju back to your hand, and then you can also just like Kaiju them again. I think I would have done that. I think I would have Gamecilled him again, but that's just my opinion. You can see he has tons of cards, and now he's going to summon Aurora and a whole bunch of those Weather Painter monsters back. But his opponent says, Cap, no problem. I am pushing through. He now has the Access Code Talker. This card, I'm telling you, if you can summon this card and you've got a bunch of link monsters in your graveyard like these, you know, the Shitty Cyberse Extra Link has, it can basically just wreck your opponent's entire field. Keep in mind, not only can this card gain attack equivalent to one of its link materials link rating, which in this case, I believe he used X Code Talker, so he can just gain 3,000 attack, but this card, it can just banish link monsters from your graveyard and pop cards on your opponent's side of the field, and they cannot respond to this card's activations, any of them. They're just, it's a spell speed 4 on all of its effects. So you can see he's going to gain 3,000 attack. Put him up there over 5,000. Now he can just start banishing link monsters from his graveyard. His opponent cannot respond to these effects, so he's just going to continually link summon to give himself fodder. He is going to also summon the Arrival Cyberse at Ignister, and it's like, damn, this guy is going in. Now this monster is clearly a problem, but he does have the Gamecill, so if he can live through this turn, maybe he can actually, you know, figure a way out. Aurora is going to be targeted, and he will actually tag that out. The problem is, this boy is just so damn strong. His graveyard is loaded up to death with link monsters, and I believe that's the second card he's destroyed during this turn. Keep in mind, you cannot respond to Access Talker's effects, so I believe that yeah, he's gonna pop 2 cards. That is 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards. I mean, that's pretty strong Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Just being able to pop 5 cards on your opponent's side of the field with 1 monster. When this card comes out, my goodness, these decks that just summon link monsters kind of for no reason and don't really have like a great win condition, they're all going to be looking to summon this card because it works so well. It lets you use all that link fodder in your graveyard, all those random link monsters that you've made through the process of link climbing, and kind of turn it into a weapon. The second duel will be fairly quick, and that's because there's no fun allowed in this duel when you're dueling against these damn stun players. I mean, seriously, who actually main decks Amano Iwata? Other than like true Draco players. This guy is he's the worst type of stun player because he's essentially built a deck around this card. Not just around this card, but around a bunch of these like super stun monsters that don't let the opponent have any fun. He's going to go ahead, he's going to summon that, so all monster effects are turned off unless they're spirit monsters. He also activates the Mirror of Yada. This makes it so your spirit monsters don't bounce themselves back during the end phase. So now monster effects are just turned off completely unless they're like continuous monster effects. He's going to summon from his deck a copy of Fossil Dyna, and he's going to summon a Gate Blocker, which will turn off the field spells. And I mean, yeah, dude, Rock Stun looking kind of degenerate right here. No special summons, no monster effects, no field spells. Yeah, you have a very good time dueling against that. He also set a copy of Armory Call. Could not use the duality because he did special summon, but you know, he'll probably be able to use it one of the first plays for his turn. His opponent really not doing anything because he can't special summon. The duality is activated. He's going to pick up a copy of Mage Power and then get another Mage Power from his deck and put that on the Amano. I think that if he activates both of them, I mean, it's not going to be game, but it's going to be pretty damn close. Yeah, he's doing 4,000 damage off a single attack. I'm not sure why this guy's main decking Draining Shield. Interesting spicy tech for Pendulums. Gonna set the copy of Necro Valley and then he will attack for game. I think that like he could have activated Draining Shield, of course, and gained some life points, but I don't think that he had the will to play this duel out. And that's why he didn't even bother activating the Draining Shield. He's like, Cap, this guy has taken away my will to live and to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Trying to, you know, duel against this freaking scumbag field. So I think he just let himself die. His other set card was Spell Power Grass. That wasn't going to do anything. If you're playing Pendulums and you can't special summon, it's very unlikely that you're going to win. But if you also can't use monster effects or field spells, then that's just kind of like the nail in the coffin. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the duels. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.